Welcome to another edition of Living Legacies. I'm Tom Morrow, and today our guest is Cora Frolander. Cora and her husband Al have been longtime area residents of the area, business people, restaurateurs. The name Frolander is well known by many people here in Oceanside. Welcome, Cora.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Good. You and Al came to Oceanside about 29 years ago.
Absolutely, yeah.
29
years.
So you think you'll stay?
I'm not leaving.
Okay. Well, let's take you back to where you're from. You're from Long Island, New York.
Right.
You were born in Jamaica.
I was born in Jamaica, New York.
You know what? Now, what did your dad get your mother on Valentine's Day in 1934?
I never lived it down. Me. Especially when I didn't behave myself.
Now, you went to high school in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you meet Al?
I met Al at Sperry Gyroscope in out on the island. He was a methods man and I was an inspector.
Now, what is Sperry Gyroscope?
They built Klystron tubes for the Navy.
Was this during the war?
No, this was after the war.
Okay, yeah, you're not that much older than I am, so you were still a little young during World War II.
18.
Now, this was a kind of a defense plant.
Yes. Yeah.
This was radio type tubes or radar.
They were the tubes that sort of guide the ships.
Yeah. Okay.
Klystron tubes.
Yeah, I remember. So you met in, what year did you meet?
We met in 52.
Okay, and you got married in
53.
53. What, now I know that you and Al bought a restaurant in Huntington called the Gold Mine in 1954. Had Al been in the business before?
Never.
What was it that drew him to restaurants?
Well, he worked there a little bit. He was earning extra money to buy flowers for our wedding, and the fella one night said, "Al, would you like to go into business?" And came home to me, and we had saved $500, which was the world. And he said, "Well, I have an opportunity to go into business." And I said, "Oh, my house money?"
Well,
but that's what happened.
You know,
we invested it in business.
For young people today, when you say $500, that's nothing. But in those days, when you were the average American, I think, was making anywhere from $1,800 to $2,500 a year. That's a lot of money.
I think we were making $75 a week.
Yeah.
And
so $500.
That was money, a lot of money.
Real money, as they say.
For sure.
Well, now, so did you buy into the restaurant, or did you have a partner, or how did?
No, we bought into the restaurant, and then of course no one would give us a loan because we were young and didn't know anything. So we had to go to one of those savings and loans and get the rest, and then took the chance.
Now, how long did you run the gold mine?
Must have been 5 or 6 years.
And then you moved to Santa Ana?
Yeah, for the climate. We wanted, better climate for our children.
So what did you do when you moved to Santa Ana?
Well, we pulled a 35-foot house trailer and settled in a trailer park, and then we turned it in on a home. And then Al got a job as an insurance adjuster because I really didn't want to go back in the restaurant business. 7 days a week, all kinds of hours, no holidays.
By then, how many kids did you have?
4.
4, okay. And the restaurant business you didn't think was quite conducive to family life, huh?
Well, we always managed that, close family. But he loved the restaurant business. So
how long did he last as an insurance adjuster?
Oh, gosh, might have been a year or so. But he wanted his own business. Well,
now the first of your 10 restaurants that you owned was in Encinitas. You bought that in 1961. It's a little place you named Al's Waffle Shop.
Al's Waffle Shop.
So now
you wouldn't know about that fast?
Yeah.
Okay, when we first came, he went looking around for a business. So meanwhile, he didn't want to waste our savings. So he went to the fair, and he worked there for 75 cents an hour making waffles.
Uh-huh.
And so that's how he started the waffle shop.
People liked his waffles, huh?
He liked his waffles.
Yeah. Well, now, what? Where was Al's Waffle Shop located in Encinitas?
On the old highway.
And
On the old
101.
highway. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it still there today as a restaurant?
It was for a long time, but a year or two ago it burnt down.
Uh-oh.
But it was there for many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was the next acquisition, so to speak?
Oh, well, then we went to Vista, and they had a little drive-in that we remodeled and made into a restaurant.
Now, was Al doing the cooking, or what did he do?
He did the cooking. I cooked. You name it, we did it together.
Uh-huh. How many holidays did you get to stay at home?
Forget it. You don't get holidays. That's when you're busy.
It's a tough life.
Oh, I don't know. When you're in it together.
I mean, it's a different
life.
life.
It is. It is. It's not easy. It's not easy.
It isn't like the average family would have. We'll take a 3-day, a nice 3-day holiday or a long weekend. There's no such thing.
No. I think it was 7 years before we took a trip back home and had a vacation.
What now? After the Vista, let's see. You had the waffle shop, and then Frolanders in Vista, and then there was a Frolanders in Carlsbad. Tell me about that one.
That one we took over, and again, we always remodel everything, and remodeled that one, and turned out very well.
Where was the one in Carlsbad?
That was on Madison, and that was the one that we had our first liquor license.
Uh-huh.
And it was good.
Well, now, in '66, you opened up in Oceanside.
At the back gate.
Now, whereabouts was that?
That was near the back gate. Was that Vandergriff?
Is that Vandergriff and Douglas Drive?
No, I think it was Vandergriff.
Or North County.
Yeah, that one was a shell. A friend of ours was going to put a pizza place in, and he approached Al, and so we built that one.
You say that with some trepidation. You didn't get a vote on that one?
Oh, no. By that time, I gave up.
So it was full steam ahead.
Oh, yeah.
What was Al's dream as far as, did he fulfill his dreams? Did he just want to get more restaurants, or did he have a vision in mind for a restaurant?
Well, I think the Quails was his dream.
Mm-hmm.
And he achieved that.
No, that was still down the road a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's down. So gradually we got there.
Now you opened up another restaurant, the Paddock in '68 in Encinitas.
We opened the Paddock in Encinitas.
Now what kind of a restaurant was that?
Well, it was built like a paddock, around, like a paddock, from Del Mar Racetrack. And that one, it closed Sunday night. It was closed Monday. Tuesday we went in, didn't know what was in the refrigerator, didn't have a menu, nothing. We just took over, and in a week we had the menu going and all.
Was it kind of a steakhouse, or?
It had a little bit of everything.
No, where was it located?
Right off of I-5 and Encinitas Boulevard.
Oh, okay. Freeway close.
Yeah, right off the freeway, yeah.
Now we come to the Quail's Inn in San Marcos. Would you say the Quail's Inn was probably you had that one as probably your most popular and successful restaurant?
Yes, I have to say that, yeah.
And of course everybody knows about the Quail's Inn.
Yeah. Got a beautiful location.
But we can't forget, you opened up another restaurant in Carlsbad. Was that the same? Would you just move, or you open up a second restaurant in Carlsbad?
Well, that one we took back.
The same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then sold it.
Well, what's this one in Solana Beach in '74?
Now, Solana Beach was right off of, oh gosh, I can't remember that now. But Solana Beach was the first one where we owned the property.
On Loma Santa Fe? Or?
Loma Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Got a better memory than me.
Okay. And then, of course, the famous Grove restaurant in 77 in Oceanside. Now that used to be Marty's Valley Inn, and Marty and Edith sold it to you and Al in 77, and it became the Grove.
Yeah.
That was a popular eatery.
Yeah, and that one.
I mean, it still is, but it's a Mexican restaurant today.
That one, we was sitting down trying to figure out what to name it, and we looked out and saw some trees and saw the orange trees.
I remember the place used to be covered with oranges.
Yes, we brought 95 of them in from Arizona.
Well, now, of course, when I came to North County, I know that the Quail's Inn and the Grove were your two primary, those were your big steakhouses, dinner houses, so to speak.
Yeah, right.
Would Al bounce back and forth between the two of them, or would the two of you do that? Or?
Well, he was so fussy cooking that by that time we had our partner, Bruce Piatek, in the kitchen, and they tried to put him out because he watched everything that they did. Mm-hmm. And he was very fussy about everything. And that's when he went into management, more or less, and taking care of books and watching the bottom line.
Well, I remember having many a great prime rib at the Grove.
Yeah.
That was kind of a specialty, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
Now, you spent 42 years together. You and Al spent 42 years together before his death, working in restaurants here in North County.
Right.
You had 9 restaurants, plus the one that you had back in New York, and that's 10 altogether. And along the way, you had 4 boys and 1 girl as children. And how many grandchildren you got today?
My grandson Shane called me the other night and said, Grandma, he had a paper to do, and he said, Grandma, what did you want to do? And I said, I want a big family. And son of a gun, the good Lord was listening, because I have 20 grandchildren and 11 great.
And 13 of them live here in Oceanside. 13 of the grandchildren.
Here. Yeah, 13 of the grandchildren live here.
With working 365 days a year and no holidays off or anything, it's a wonder you had any kids.
Oh. I'm not going to answer that.
No, okay, all right. This is a tell-all show, but we won't. Now, Al passed away in '96, and of course that was a big blow to all of us that knew him, and it was really a. But you continued running the Quail's Inn.
Yeah, for 6 more years.
I thought that was your chance to get out of the business. What happened?
Oh, well, we had children that were working in there, and just wanted to continue. Mm-hmm. And then when I turned 65, I said, what are you doing? You're crazy.
Well, now, you told me that, now, you and Al had done a little bit of RVing before, hadn't you?
Yeah, well, to tell you the truth, we bought the RV, but I think we had them at restaurants we were remodeling and used them as offices. More than we used them on the road.
So you didn't do a lot of traveling then?
Well, Al used to say, he bought an RV and he said, well, I got to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but I hope it's not a train.
So now what do you have an RV now?
I just bought my dream, and it's from Canada, and it's more like a van, 20 feet long, and just big enough for me to handle, and big enough to bring some grandchildren along.
Great.
And see some of the United States, which I'd really like to do.
So you're going to become the traveling grandma.
Right.
What do you have on the list? Where you want to go?
Oh, I want to go to Yellowstone and just go around the country and see everything that's right here, and go back and visit my family in New York.
Now, you had mentioned, I heard you say I want to go back to the island, and I was thinking, you can't drive a motor home to the islands. And I was thinking Hawaii, but you meant Long Island, right?
Yeah, Long Island.
Now, you still have a lot of relatives back there?
Not really too many, but I'd like to go back and sort of research where we've buried everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds crazy, but it would be nice to know.
Yeah.
So I really want to do that too.
What? No more restaurants now. You're out of the restaurant business, or?
I am. Whether the family goes on, I don't know.
Well, now your sons were helping you in the business.
Oh, we all worked in the business. Every
Had a
one
lot
of
of
them.
dishwashers.
Dishwashers, cooks, you name it.
Uh-huh. Now,
The whole works.
are any of them still in the business?
Yeah, Eric is over at the Quail still,
Uh-huh.
and he manages. And he's a natural out front. He's very good.
Now, you sold the coils in, when, last year?
May 4th last year.
But Eric still...
He stayed on.
He stayed on, okay.
Yeah.
The,
But you know what? It's a nice business, because as hard as it is, you meet so many nice people. And if they enjoy themselves, they're happy. So, you know, as hard as it is, it's still a happy business.
did you... Now, you did the books... You did most of the books all those years?
Well, I ran the office, and then I was their decorator. They'd said I'd decorate anything that was in sight. And took care of the uniforms and, you know, things like that.
Never did wait any tables?
No, but I hosted quite a bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I cooked.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you had mentioned to me that you've had a few weddings in your home.
Oh boy. Yes, it's a nice setting. So I think I've just had my 11th wedding there.
Now, where do you live here in Oceanside?
On South Pacific. And if you look, we're the only ones with grass on the beach, which that's nothing new for us.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful. So
Well,
I've had quite a few grandchildren get married there.
I would think, you know, living at the beach in Oceanside would make up a little bit for all those vacations that you missed.
Well, truthfully, that's why we bought it, because we had to work. But at least the children could feel like they had a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And now, of course, we've got grandchildren all over the place.
Of course, late at night or early in the morning when you got home from work, the ocean was still running.
Yeah.
You could still hear the water, right?
Al loved the ocean.
Yeah.
He loved the ocean. It was relaxing.
Yeah. Well, so when are you leaving on your RV trip?
Well, I still have things to clear up. So I figure around the end of July.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm on the way.
Well, after 48 years in the business, I suppose that you're due.
I'm due. I'm overdue.
And has anybody, since you sold, has anybody approached you about buying another restaurant, or they tried to lure you back into the business?
Oh, they better not. No.
Well, we've been...
Well, you know, I always had a dream, though. You better watch that. Always had a dream of having a restaurant where they had a play area for children, where you could have something decent to eat besides hamburgers.
I was going to say...
And there was a play area.
I was going to say, did you have a visit with Ray Kroc? He came up with that idea.
Yeah, I know.
But you want something a little bit better
Yeah,
than that.
well, you could have a small steak if you wanted it. You know, that was a dream because we all love children.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Family restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
all your restaurants were really family.
Yeah.
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 Well, now when Al died in 1996, you folks created a Frolander Memorial golf tournament in his memory, and that was to raise money for prostate cancer, because that's what Al died of?
Yes, we did it first to raise money for research for prostate cancer, but also to make men aware how important it is to go and have an exam.
Oh, where do they hold this golf tournament?
In San Marcos, right?
You know, at the Lake San Marcos?
No, Twin Oaks.
The Twin Oaks
Yeah.
Valley Country Club?
And
yeah.
our doctor has come and spoke. And we thought it was a good place to reach the men and to make them aware how very, very important it is.
Now, what time of the year do they do this?
Oh, we've done it different times of the year, but mainly through the summer. And we had one instance where a young man, after our tournament, went in, and he did have prostate cancer, and they caught it. So.
But it was because of the information that he received from the golf tournament?
Yeah, he never expected to have it at that young age.
Oh, that's great.
So now what I'm going to do, I'm in touch with, I think it's the Elks, I'm not sure, but I'm going to speak.
You got to continue the program.
That's one of the things I'd like to do too.
Well, before we get out of here, I want to look at some of your pictures that we have collected. And this first picture is with you and your sister. And what would that have been in the late 30s?
No, probably the 40s.
Okay. And here's your wedding picture, your and Al's wedding picture.
Yes.
That was in about 1953?
1953.
Okay. And Al was in the Marine Corps?
Yeah, when he got out of high school, he went into the Marine Corps.
Okay. And this old picture here with the it is an old picture because I remember when those cars were new. That is was that the waffle shop?
No, that's the gold mine.
The gold mine.
In
Okay,
Huntington.
that's in New York. Okay. And let's see, we've got another one here. Now, is that you and one of your kids?
That's my first son and myself, and I was cleaning and cooking.
Okay. And this is Al and your...
my son, Al Jr.
Al Jr. Is he the oldest of the boys?
Yes,
okay.
yes. And they went to the Padre game, and Al Jr. caught Willie Mays' 600 home run.
That's what this picture is about?
Yeah.
Okay. How old was Al Jr. there?
Oh, let's see. It was 62, and he was born in 54.
Okay.
So figure it out.
8 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've got a picture of here. That's you and Al and the kids.
That was when we renewed our vows in Las Vegas on our 25th.
Uh-huh. And we've got
That's
this last picture. That's the whole gang?
That's the crew. There's over 40 of us now.
Okay. Well,
can I say I'd like to thank everybody in North County for all the enjoyable years we've had.
you sure can't. You sure can't. And we appreciate you coming in, taking the time.
Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed this visit with Cora Frolander. I'm Tom Morrow, your host. Join us again here next time on KOCT for another Living Legacies. This program is made possible through the generous underwriting grants of Hatter Williams and Pretty Insurance Services of Oceanside, providing North County with complete insurance needs for more than half a century. The TriQuest Corporation, providing quality office and manufacturing space in Oceanside. And the North County Times, serving all of North County with complete local daily news coverage and internet services.